morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Doldej Schuett from Saipanya Rangsit School, Thani. Today, I would like to make a speech about, in my opinion, what are the factors that can make Thailand the leader of Asian community. Okay, so in my speech, I would like to organize it into 3 parts. The first part, it is the things or the factors that we need to develop in order for other countries to trust us in becoming the Asian leader. The second thing that we have to develop is that, more importantly, how we can sustain our nation as being the leader of Asia. And then, the third part is the most important part. It is what we need to develop before we can become a member of Asian community. Okay, so let me first brief you of what is the benefits Thailand will get from becoming the leader of Asia. First of all, we will have a lot better economic system because more and more people are coming into Thailand and we can invest a lot more tourism are coming. Second of all, we have more workforce. And third of all, there will be a lot more cultures, there will be a lot more opportunities for students to study abroad. But all of these 3 things have to come from one thing, that we must be able to communicate with other people. And that communication is, of course, using the international media, or in this case, I think English is the most important. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying that children and Thai people being able to speak English and use it in daily life is one most crucial thing to make other nations rely on us as a leader of Asian community. Without English speaking, no matter how much other sides we have developed, there will be no use because we cannot communicate our thoughts to other people all around Asia, all about 10 nations. The second thing in the first part that we have to develop is that students, and especially students who will become the adults in the future, they must learn about politics of the countries. And by saying politics, I'm not talking only about democracy or communism. I am talking about what are the interests of other nations. Because since we are going to become Asian leader, we have to understand what are the needs of other nations, not just only ours. But we have to represent all of the countries. For instance, you know G20? G20 actually is composed of 42 nations. But because the 20th nation is EU, or European Union, and 23 nations are in EU, so that one person from one country have to represent all 23 nations. So if this person has no idea how all other 22 nations would like EU to go, then he cannot represent it. Same as Asia. We have to learn about what are the needs of other nations. The second part, how we can sustain our rank as an Asian leader. We have 3 P, given by Indonesian government many years ago. The first P is peace. People will have to develop together. People will have to understand that cultural differences is here, and that we cannot ignore these differences, that we have to adapt and learn from each other. And then the second P is prosperity. Prosperity not only in terms of money, but also in terms of moral. Because only in Thailand, even if we have to talk, even if we have to stand together for one country without morals, when we will fail. So now 11 nations are coming together. We have to be moralized, we have to moralize our children so that they don't do corruption, that they will be loyal, that they will be honest, and they will have responsibility. The third P is most important. It is people. That every single person is a human being, and that this fact must be recognized by all adults, that everyone is equal, and that we should work together, not based on sex, not based on race, not based on education level, but based on who these people are, and how they can get their work done. That is the third P. And then the last part of my speech is what we need to develop before we can go into Asian community and be the Asian leader. The first thing is education. Because we now have the mechanism of 3 P. But no one ever said, how can we go there? I think education is the most important. We have to implant our students that they must recognize people as people. We must recognize human being as person. And we must recognize all cultures being different, but we must adapt to them. This is education. We also have to educate students about English speaking. We must encourage them to practice and speak. Speak, 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 and use, and use, and use. That is the only way you can master the skill. The second thing we have to develop before is that we have to develop our communication. Communication not only in terms of English speaking, but communication also in terms of distributing information. For instance, there has been a statistics saying that Laos is a country that is most anticipated and is most interested and knows the most about Asian community. But Thailand ranks number 11. And without the knowledge of Asian community, how can we become the leader of Asian community? So this we have to distribute the information of what is Asia, what Thailand is going to get. Why is it important to join Asian community? Second thing about communication, we must be able to we must be able to distribute this information not only in Thailand or in our nation, but to all other 11 nations. Because we are the leader, we act like a president. So we have to be able to stand there and tell everyone what we think. That is through communication. And then lastly, transportation. Because we need many people from 11 nations to come together. So transportation and other infrastructure will be something we have to develop before we can join Asian community as a leader. So ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of things to develop. There are a lot of things we must do. But all of this is possible if we all want to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that it is an honor that we have former General Secretary General Dr. Kashima with us. She's just become one of among our audience today.